What is going on, guys? It's your boy ThrasherSkeets. You guys know I've been waiting to see the new Avengers. I might be tweeting about it by now, but and I might tweet this video out anyway. Basically, I'm doing all my predictions for Endgame, and basically, I'm doing my predictions for Endgame. I hope you guys do enjoy it and tell all your friends and shit. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it. Okay, so prediction number one, obviously, Loki not being dead. I think Loki. Dude, that's what's crazy about the Infinity War, man. People really don't understand. Loki was one of the most powerful characters back whenever Marvel's first started, or Avengers first got into it. Loki was one of the most powerful, conniving, like he's like one of the biggest characters on the show, and still is to the last episode. Like nobody wants Loki to be alive. He's such an annoying villain, and it just makes Infinity War so much better. At the very beginning, he grabs Loki and just kills him. He doesn't even it's in spite. He does it like Loki isn't anything. Loki is the one of the most powerful villains in all of Marvel. And he just snaps him in half. It's not shit. He breaks his neck and lets him fall, and he's just like, that's what's up. And he's like looking at Thor, is trying to make it climactic, but like, dude, you just killed Loki. Okay, anyway. Sorry if I like fanned out a little bit. This movie's gonna be amazing. Okay. My next prediction is Loki. Okay, Loki isn't dead was the first prediction. My next prediction is um it's not a prediction, it's more of like a theory. Anyway. Thanos and Loki are just as powerful as one another. That's what I was just making a point of. Back then, I mean, Loki convinced everyone that they were on the right side, and now Thanos is got the glove. I think now Thanos and Loki would have had a great war in both of their primes, but I think now that Loki is like doesn't have the Tesseract, he's not as like powerful as he was. Like he just took over. Now it's Thanos has the glove and all the gemstones. It's just I don't know, man. It's gonna be a crazy one. Anyway, here was my point. Um, Thanos is if Thanos is as powerful as Loki, I know. Listen, guys, I understand Thanos is probably the most powerful character in the whole damn show, besides like Galactus and Vermu or whatever his name is. I can't think of it right now. I understand that. That's leading up to what I'm about to start talking about in a minute. That would be badass. Okay. If can be defeated with the Tesseract, destroying everyone, like Loki was making people look like his bitch, and Thanos crushes him in 2 seconds. We get that. That's a big deal. It's a big deal. Even though it might not have been to people in the movies, it was to me. Like, damn. Anyway, is um if Loki can be defeated, Thanos. But I don't know if it's gonna be that easy. I think Thanos is gonna end up getting away, but that was my main point there. There's certain things that I'm just like, Loki isn't even dead. He's I've already said this. Loki's not dead. There's no way he's dead. He's the most okay. That's the point that I was forgetting. Okay, Loki is the most mischievous person in the whole show. I already made this point earlier. Like he's as powerful as Thanos. There is no way. Have you guys seen the second? The reason I don't think Loki is dead because the second Thor movie. What happens whenever Loki's for sure dead at the beginning of the movie? Literally, like an hour goes by or 30 minutes goes by, and the boy is right back at it. Loki is literally his dad for like the first 20 minutes of Ragnarok. Like you don't even know, and then he just pops up as his dad. Like crazy, dude. Like Loki is just so mischievous and like I don't know, man. He wasn't naive enough to die to Thor or to Thanos. Did you guys see the way he walks up to Thanos in the movie? He literally walks up to Thanos like almighty powerful. He knows that the factor of him getting snapped in half by Thanos, who just raped everybody from Ragnarok. There is no way that Thanos just snaps him in half. There's no way he breaks his neck. There's no way. I'm not falling for it. I'm not thinking. I think Loki is so powerful and he has so much like magic power that he's not gonna die like that. Even if he did get his neck snapped, he could fix it. Like the plot at the end of the day is the core Avengers come back and they had beat Thanos. That's obviously the plot everybody's waiting for. They want to see what happens if the old characters come back. Like people just you don't know what to expect, and that's awesome that they didn't give us enough. Anyway, um, my point is Thanos can be defeated, and that's going to be the next topic. How is Thanos going to be defeated, or if he's going to be defeated? Not defeated, but like if Thanos is going to be killed. Okay, so first topic. Oh, let me get my phone so I can remember. Hold up. Number one reason I think Thanos won't die in Endgame. This is my theory, personally, but there's some crazy theories. Like Ben has an insane theory. I'm gonna do that at third. The way that Thanos is gonna die if he dies. Okay, so my number one reason why I think Thanos won't die in Avengers, like I already said he's too important, but one of the number one reason for me is like him and the Living Tribunal and Galactus and just that whole they're bigger than dying to the Avengers whenever they might need Thanos to do bigger plots. There's just to me it makes more sense if Thanos stays alive. It just does. Um, he's super powerful. He has his little like what are they called again? His squad. Like I can't Black Order. Thanos has the Black Order in the comics in the show. I just think it's just like it seems more viable to me that he gets defeated and like if they bring Nick Fury back to life and everything's back to normal, it just seems more viable that that's what happens. Okay, moving on to my death theories for Thanos. Number one is Iron Man makes a trap like in the comics, and this is my number one theory how they defeat Thanos. Like I think is gonna happen. So what I think's gonna happen, like in the comics, they're gonna trap Thanos' feet, freaking Iron Man thing around him, and they're just gonna trap him and Thor is gonna come in and like I just think that Thor wants to get his hands on him because he lost. If you think about it, Thor literally thinks he killed all those people. He just does. Like he put a fucking axe through his chest and he didn't die. So I'm just thinking that Iron Man does locks his feet. Thor goes gets his hammer off. Somehow they defeat him, keep his goons off long enough, and yeah, I just Thanos is like he's defeated. I think we already defeated. If I'm correct, we already defeated the Black Order. Yeah, so it's just Thanos and his glove. So I mean, he needs the Tribunal, the Living Tribunal, and he needs Galactus or somebody to come save him. If you remember in the comics, it would be insane. Is Eternity and Thanos are friends. They end up teaming up versus all these other people in adversity, and they smoke everyone. It's just, I think it would be super cool if somebody like Galactus, Eternity, or the Living Tribunal showed up in any way, or the one above all. Any of those people out of the comics would be super cool. This movie's just gonna be huge, man. People really don't understand. Like, it's gonna be bigger than the first Avengers. I'm super excited. I just want to clear this up really quick. I end up saying like I keep saying like how I think Thanos is gonna get defeated or die or whatever. I want to on this one right here. I just want to clear up. I don't think Thanos is gonna die in this theory. I think Thanos is gonna. This is how they're gonna arrest Thanos in a way. There's you know what I mean. They're superheroes. Iron Man definitely is like I think he's the smartest person on the show. I think Thanos is probably top five. I think Iron Man is gonna arrest Thanos in some way, and I just think this is my theory on how this is gonna. They're gonna like defeat Thanos, and Iron Man's gonna have him in some chamber, right? And I think Thanos is gonna break out, or somebody's gonna save him, and he's gonna end up escaping. And I think that's gonna be the end of the movie. We're not gonna know where Thanos is. I just think Thanos is probably gonna retreat somewhere without the Infinity Gauntlet because we're gonna break it off, and something crazy that we don't know is gonna happen. I just think Thanos still has his resources from whenever the Black Order or whatever was here. So I just think he has ways of escaping. He has a strategy. Like Thanos is just as smart as Loki, and he's just as conniving as Loki and just as smart as Iron Man. So I just wanted to clear up that I don't think he's dying in this theory. That's all I wanted to do. So I wrote in my notes. Iron Man will Iron Man will disarm or Iron Man will build a trap in the comics to stop and disarm Thanos. And then I said, LOL, that's a pun. That's a funny pun. All right. There was like an ending that I thought of that would be cool. It wasn't the one that Ben had. I want to do Ben's last, but I had two theories. They're either gonna like trap Thanos, and I think Thor is gonna fuck his hand up or something. Because Thor's so pissed. He's gotta like attack him. Gotta be Thor. Because Thor's the most strongest anyway. If he's aggressive, he ends up hidden like him in any way, it would just be the way. I think Thor's gonna one-on-one Thanos at the end. Like I think they're all gonna get hurt, and Thor and Thanos are gonna go at it at the very end of the movie. And I think that's gonna decide who wins. And if Thor wins, then I think the council will save him or the Living Tribunal's like team. Okay, so it says here officially Ronan has little to do with Clint Barton unless you considered him a herring. Brian Michael Bendis was writing Avengers in the mid 2000s and gave up Avengers Disassembled, a chaotic storyline that killed off a handful of Avengers movie members. Hawkeye was one of those victims getting blown up in a fight against a Kree invasion, which are the aliens from Captain Marvel. That was ultimately conjured up by insane Scarlet Witch. We haven't seen her, I don't think. That's shortly after the story. Bendis started up a new. She's probably not gonna be in the movie, but once Bendis started up a new Avengers series, New Avengers. Rather than go for a more classic lineup, he got a bit unorthodox. Captain America, Iron Man returned as the representatives of the old guard. Spider-Man, Wolverine were brought in due to Bendis' belief that the Avengers and Marvel's Justice League than they should have most popular characters. Spider-Woman and Luke Cage acted as Marvel's mainstays who needed a day in the sun. Then you have the two wild cards in the century, and X Factor of a hero, and only appeared in a miniseries at that point, and Ronan. Ronan appeared on. Okay, this is what I was getting to. Ronan appeared on many new Avengers covers despite not showing up until the 11th issue. In the speculation, many felt that Ronan was supposed to be Daredevil in a new disguise for some reason. After all, Bendis was also in the middle of the legendary Daredevil at the time. Bendis later admitted that this was the original plan, but it wouldn't have worked out. Instead, what they finally got around to telling Ronan's story, they made hints that the mysterious ninja was not a woman but Elektra. She was an associate with the Daredevil, Captain America, that he didn't approve of her history with the Kingpin, and we got to see what looked like her hair from behind. Also, her mission involved taking on the hand, which is totally an electric thing to do. It was for Echo's Rift. Why can't it tell us about Ronan? I want to hear about Ronan. Oh well. Okay, here's my theory for Ronan, since we don't have that much information. If his family died and he switched to a bad guy and he wants redemption and he ends up being a bad guy and killing people like Thanos, if Hawkeye killed Thanos, that would be insanely cool. That would be cool. That's just a quick theory, but all right. Anyway, back to my death theories on Thanos. Here's what this was Ben's theory, guys. Ben said, you remember how they kind of touched up on Iron Man's visions of the aliens coming down and all that nonsense, like all those people just coming down with the worms, stuff like that, and he saw like a really real vision of that happening in the After Effects, and we kind of didn't touch up on the After Effects of everyone being dead, laying on the ground. Ben's theory is he sees the future, and they're gonna be dead on the ground. Everybody's gonna be dead around him, and he's gonna be the last one, like kind of conscious. That's when I think Thor is gonna fight Homeboy. That's why I said that's part of, and that's not even a reason. I'm giving Ben all the credit. I didn't make this up. Ben made this up. This is Ben's theory. He thinks that Iron Man's vision is true. And I actually like that ending. That would be an awesome ending in the sense that like I don't know, bro. It's just like they kind of like give you hints, and then they're just like boom, like They all that did happen. Like he wasn't tripping. People who told him you need to calm down, it's not the reality. It's gonna be the reality. It's gonna be crazy. My theory: Tony Stark traps Thanos. Thor attacks him, takes the glove off, breaks it, whatever. That's my theory. Then they arrest Thanos somehow. I think that they're gonna get Thanos and fix what happened. That's what I think is gonna happen. Mark my words. That's what's gonna happen at the end. If Thanos dies, Thanos is either gonna escape, which I think is probably gonna happen. He's gonna get like they're gonna have him, and then he's gonna escape and run away somehow, like get away from them. I just think that Thanos is either gonna escape or he's gonna get saved. Thor's probably gonna almost kill Thanos, and he's gonna get saved. There's just no way. All right. Anyway, that's my last theory. I hope you guys did enjoy my predictions. I think that Thor is gonna whoop Thanos' ass at the very end of the movie when everybody else is hurt, and Iron Man's gonna trap him. I think most of the characters will come back. All of them will come back, and yeah, man. I think another theory that I have before I end. This is gonna be my last thing. I think Doctor Strange has to make a second movie because think about this, you guys. Um, Thanos did all this for the very first time, right? He's making history as he goes. It's present day. If he gets the time stone back and Doctor Strange is back to life, um, we're in present. So Doctor Strange couldn't have like came back mid fight and stopped Thanos because it's the first time. So the next time, I think if they get him out of the stone or bring back time or whatever, however the stones work, if the Death Stone sucks him up or like he has to go back in time, either way, as soon as Doctor Strange gets those stones, he's gonna go back and fix the past. That's what I genuinely think. If so many people died, he's gonna fix it. There's no way he just leaves everyone dead. That's the biggest part of him being a superhero is he saves the world, saves people's lives. That's just what it is. Um, so yeah, man, I just think they have to win. If they don't win, like it's just gonna go back to normal life. Like dude, if Iron Man dies in this movie, I'm gonna lose full. Because you know what's funny about that? Ben's favorite character is Spider-Man, and we was talking about. He's like, dude, Case, I'm telling you, his contract's done. He's 100% dead. I was like, no, don't say it out loud, bro. Do not say that. All right, that was my last prediction. I hope you guys did enjoy. I try to just cram everything together. I try to bring facts to the table too, so like to make a good argument. I'm not like the best with like putting this stuff together, so I hope you guys did end up enjoying it either way. Like we can have a debate, and like if you're more informed than me, obviously you're probably gonna win. But I just wanna see what you guys know and how far in the comics you are and everything else. So as always, it's been your Thrasher Skeets. I hope you guys did enjoy. Peace out.